Have you ever felt like, your body came without an instruction manual? That clear guide to how it all works, what it needs, how to keep it running right. Well, today we're doing an in-depth exploration into one of the most fundamental, yet let's be honest, often overlooked aspects of your well-being. We're zeroing in on the critical importance of your sleep routine. And this deep dive is inspired by assessing your sleep schedule, which is a really vital section from the Body User Manual by Dr. David Cortell.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating here, and what we'll really unpack, is that sleep isn't just this passive state where you're recharging your batteries. Not at all. It's an incredibly active and frankly essential biological process. It profoundly impacts every single system in your body. Our biology, quite literally, is hardwired for it.
Yeah.
Regardless of how much modern life tries to push against that.
Exactly. And Dr. David Cortell, the author of the Body User Manual, he's really uniquely positioned to guide us on this. He's a chiropractor and a leading lifestyle medicine expert. So that means he focuses on how your daily choices, things like sleep, nutrition, movement, how they're truly the foundational pillars for preventing and managing chronic health issues. And with over 25 years in practice, more than 150,000 patient visits, his insights really form the bedrock of today's conversation, helping us understand not just what to do, but why it profoundly matters for you. All right, so let's really dig into this whole idea of a sleep routine, because when you look at the natural world, it's buzzing with rhythms, isn't it? From the grand scale, like the cosmos, right down to the tiniest biological processes.
It absolutely is, yeah. If we connect this to the bigger picture, biological systems across Earth, they universally adapt and respond to these recurring patterns. Think about it. Yearly rhythms are just everywhere. Plants blooming in spring, then dramatically shedding their leaves in the fall.
Right.
Animals like bears, they know precisely when to prepare for hibernation in winter, or, when ecosystems are primed to flourish in summer. It's this global synchronization.
And it's not just the yearly cycles, is it? We also see that powerful, sometimes kind of subtle influence of lunar cycles feels almost ancient.
Absolutely. The moon's gravitational pull.
Yeah.
That's a prime example of a monthly rhythm that so many species respond to. You see it especially in marine life. Their reproductive behaviors are often synchronized right with the phases of the moon. It's pretty remarkable how precisely they time it. And we observe, monthly changes in activity levels across various animal populations too, all tied to these celestial cues.
It's actually incredible to hear how deeply embedded these natural rhythms are, like across the entire planet. But, with our 24/7 world, artificial lights everywhere, constant digital stimulation, are we humans still truly listening? How deeply connected are our own bodies to these same grand patterns?
And guess what? We humans are absolutely no exception. Not at all. Our bodies are profoundly connected to the Earth's natural day and night cycles.
Right.
It's deep within us. Historically, before electricity changed everything, people would naturally rise with the sun and then wind down shortly after sunset. It was just the way. These ingrained natural rhythms, which we now call the circadian rhythm, they govern, everything. From the precise timing of hormone production to your metabolism, even your immune system. While modern life has undeniably distanced us from these cycles, all that artificial light, endless activity, our underlying biology hasn't actually changed. And that's why establishing a consistent sleep routine is more important than ever for you. It acts like an anchor in this, chaotic modern world.
Okay, so we've established these grand rhythms in nature, that's clear. Now, let's bring it right back to your personal health, because this is really where it impacts how you feel every single day. What does all this mean for our own internal clocks, our circadian rhythms?
Right. Your circadian rhythm is essentially your body's master internal clock. Think of it like your body's conductor, leading this incredibly complex orchestra of functions, a regular sleep schedule. That helps synchronize this conductor. And this clock, it controls so much more than just when you feel tired or alert. For example, lots of people think melatonin is just like a sleep aid you take. But the real nugget here is understanding it's actually your body's darkness signal, not really a sedative. That distinction fundamentally changes how you should approach your pre-bed routine. Your circadian rhythm dictates critical hormone releases, like that melatonin signaling darkness has arrived, and cortisol promoting wakefulness in the morning. And it orchestrates everything from your metabolism and digestion to crucial cellular repair processes, including, get this, your brain's unique power wash system, the glymphatic system. That only really kicks into high gear during deep sleep.
Wow, the body as an orchestra. That's a powerful analogy. But let's be honest, right? Many of us feel we can get by on inconsistent sleep, maybe even pride ourselves on burning the midnight oil. So for someone listening who genuinely believes they're thriving on a chaotic schedule, what's the most common misconception you hear, and how would you explain the hidden costs they might not be seeing yet?
That's a great question, and it's a very, very common mindset. The biggest misconception is probably that sleep is just downtime, something you can cut back on without real consequence or maybe catch up on later. But when your sleep routine is inconsistent, your circadian rhythm becomes, well, deeply disrupted, thrown off kilter. And this isn't just about feeling a bit tired the next day. It sends confusing, even damaging signals throughout your entire body, leading to significant, often silent, issues. For instance, did you know inconsistent sleep can actually reduce your body's insulin sensitivity, makes it harder to process sugar? That directly increases your risk for type 2 diabetes. It's a clear link. It also impacts cardiovascular health by messing with blood pressure regulation and increasing inflammation, which are, precursors to heart disease. And it can profoundly influence neurotransmitter balance, making you more vulnerable to things like anxiety, irritability, and mood disorders. So, yeah, those hidden costs, they accumulate, often without you realizing it, until they manifest as serious health problems down the line. It truly underscores how foundational consistent sleep really is to your overall well-being.
Okay, those health risks sound pretty substantial. It really makes you realize this is something we all need to pay much closer attention to. So for our listener, how can they start assessing their own sleep? How do they figure out where they actually stand right now?
Right. To begin, it's really about starting by truly understanding your current routine. Think of yourself as a bit of a detective, just gathering clues about your own patterns. Self-awareness here is just as important, maybe even more so, than any fancy tech gadget. So we encourage you to consider some key questions and really reflect on them honestly, like what time do you typically go to bed? Is this a consistent time or does it vary significantly? Say an hour or more difference between weekdays and weekends. That reveals your baseline consistency or lack thereof. What time do you usually wake up? Do you wake up naturally, feeling pretty refreshed? Or are you heavily reliant on that alarm clock, maybe hitting snooze multiple times? That tells us something about your potential sleep debt. What factors typically influence these times for you? Are your choices dictated by work schedules, childcare, social stuff? Or perhaps are you consciously staying up late for, discretionary activities? Watching TV, video games, endlessly scrolling through your phone. Identifying these influences is crucial for making targeted changes later. And what life activities surround your sleep? Do you have a calming bedtime routine? Maybe reading, journaling, meditating? Or do you habitually eat heavy meals, drink caffeine late, or do vigorous exercise close to bedtime? These pre-sleep habits are really powerful signals to your body.
That self-assessment sounds incredibly insightful, really makes you think. But let's be real, many of us might still be reaching for a gadget to help with this. So what's the role of wearable devices in all this? Like the Fitbit Inspire 3 mentioned in Dr. Cortell's work, do they give us the full picture?
Yeah, wearables can provide valuable data about your sleep, no doubt about it. And they've certainly made sleep tracking much more accessible for everyone. They can measure things like your sleep duration, how many hours you actually clock each night. Your sleep stages, the estimated time you spend in light, deep, and REM sleep. And sometimes they even give you an overall sleep score, which tries to quantify how restful your sleep supposedly was. Now, while these offer useful insights and objective data points, it's really crucial to remember they're just tools. That's all they are. Understanding your own behaviors, your habits, and your subjective feelings around sleep through that self-assessment we talked about, that's equally, if not more, important. The data from a device. It can confirm or maybe challenge your perceptions. But your personal experience in figuring out the root causes of your sleep habits, that's what truly guides you toward meaningful, sustainable changes.
Right, makes sense. The data is helpful, but it needs context from your own life. So once you've really taken that deep dive into your current habits, maybe looked at some data, how do you actually go about creating a healthier, more aligned sleep routine? One that truly works for you and respects your body's natural rhythms. Can feel like, well, a big mountain to climb sometimes.
It definitely can feel that way initially. But the good news is there are clear, actionable steps. And when you apply them consistently, they yield really significant results. It's mostly about making small, consistent choices that build powerful habits over time. Number one, set a consistent bedtime and wake-up time. This is the absolute cornerstone,
Yes.
seriously. Aim to go to bed and wake up at pretty much the same time every single day. And I really mean every day, even on weekends, as much as possible. This consistency is just paramount for truly synchronizing that circadian rhythm. See, when you go to bed and wake up erratically, it's like giving your body a mini jet lag every few days. It constantly disrupts its natural cadence.
Okay, consistency is king. What's next?
Number two, create a pre-sleep wind-down ritual. Avoid screens, phones, tablets, TVs, plus heavy meals, and caffeine in the hour or maybe two before bed. That blue light from screens. It can drastically suppress melatonin production, keeping your brain wired and alert when it should be winding down. Instead, replace those activities with calming rituals, things like reading a physical book, listening to mellow music, meditating, some light stretching, or taking a warm bath. This signals to your body, hey, it's time to transition from activity to rest. Got it. Calm down before bed, ditch the screens. Makes sense. Number three, align with natural light cycles. Your body uses light as a primary cue, remember. So getting exposure to natural sunlight first thing in the morning helps signal wakefulness and sets your internal clock for the entire day. It's powerful. Conversely, creating darkness at night is just as important. Dimming lights in the evening, using blackout curtains if you need them. This helps your body naturally produce melatonin and prepare for sleep. This simple regulation of light and dark is a powerful, totally free tool to help regulate your circadian rhythm.
Light in the morning, dark at night. Basic, but crucial. And the last step.
Finally, number 4, identify and reduce sleep disruptors. Be proactive here. Address any habits or environmental factors that you know interfere with your sleep, whether it's that late-night screen time we just mentioned, or excessive noise from a busy street outside, maybe an uncomfortable room temperature. Aim for cool, by the way, around 65, 68 degrees Fahrenheit, or 18-20 Celsius, or it could even be an old, unsupportive mattress or pillow. Taking steps to minimize these disruptors can dramatically improve the quality of your sleep.
Okay, those 4 steps sound clear, but it certainly sounds like a significant commitment, to re-engineer something so fundamental. For someone listening who feels maybe a bit overwhelmed by that prospect, what's the single most impractical first domino they could push? Something to just start this change, knowing that even small steps can create a ripple effect.
That's a really great point. Often, the biggest hurdle is just getting started, right? And trying to do everything at once can absolutely be overwhelming. If I had to pick just one first domino, the most impactful single thing, it would probably be setting a consistent wake-up time. Yes, even on weekends. Stick to it as closely as you can. It's often psychologically easier to commit to waking up at the same time than trying to force yourself into bed when you might not actually feel tired yet. Consistently waking up at the same time naturally builds up what's called sleep pressure throughout the day. This makes it much easier to fall asleep at a consistent time later that evening. So this single change, just the wake-up time, applied consistently. It will initiate a really powerful ripple effect across your entire circadian rhythm. It's a great starting point.
Okay. Focus on the wake-up time first. That feels more manageable. The payoff, then, it's truly huge. It's not just about feeling less tired, is it? It goes way beyond that.
Absolutely not. It's so much more. Your sleep routine is truly foundational to your health and your overall well-being. It's right up there with proper nutrition and hydration. Non-negotiable. By understanding and actively improving your sleep habits, you're not just buying yourself more energy or a sharper focus in the short term, though those are great benefits. You are unlocking enhanced physical recovery. You're bolstering your immune system, improving your mood stability, and significantly reducing your long-term risk of those chronic diseases we talked about. It really brings you closer to your optimal self and supports pretty much all your other health goals, too.
Wow. Okay, so today we've taken a really deep dive into the profound impact of your sleep routine. We've drawn directly from the wisdom of the Body User Manual by Dr. David Cortell. And it seems crystal clear that sleep is definitely not a luxury or just some passive state you can cut short. It's a non-negotiable pillar of health, deeply, deeply tied to the ancient natural rhythms of life itself.
Indeed. Exactly. And this exploration today, it's really just one essential stop on a much bigger journey through the Body User Manual. That book truly offers a kind of roadmap that most people, frankly, wish they had much earlier in life. Dr. Cortell's nearly 3 decades of experience as a lifestyle medicine expert that provides the authoritative voice behind these ideas, helping you understand not just what you should do, but why it matters so deeply for your body's incredibly intricate systems.
So as you reflect on what we've discussed today, here's maybe a provocative thought for you to consider. What one small, consistent change could you realistically make, maybe starting tonight, to truly honor your body's innate rhythms, to begin that journey toward truly restorative sleep? Just one thing.
And remember, if you're looking for a more personalized approach, to integrate these principles into your unique life situation, you can contact Dr. David Cortell. He offers guidance in person or virtually, tailored specifically to your needs.